Optimizing racing pigeon health during the molt. Nutrition, minerals, baths, and grit. Introduction. The molting period is a pivotal phase for racing pigeons, marking the annual renewal of their plumage. This natural process, typically occurring in late summer or autumn post-racing and breeding seasons, involves shedding old feathers and growing new ones, a task that demands significant energy and resources. For racing pigeons, athletes bred for speed, endurance, and homing precision, a successful molt is critical to maintain peak performance. Suboptimal care during this time can lead to poor feather quality, weakened immunity, prolonged recovery, and diminished racing success. Providing the best food, pink and black minerals, 2 baths a week, and high-quality pigeon grit is essential to support feather regeneration, bolster health, ensure hygiene, and optimize digestion. These practices collectively ensure pigeons emerge from the molt stronger, healthier, and ready for competition. This guide explores why these elements are vital, grounded in pigeon husbandry principles to maximize outcomes during this demanding phase. The molting process, a physiological marathon. Molting is a hormonally driven process where pigeons replace their entire feather coat, a task that can span 8 to 12 weeks. Feathers, primarily composed of keratin, a protein, constitute 10 to 15% of a pigeon's body weight, and their regeneration requires substantial metabolic effort. Energy demands increase by 20 to 30% as nutrients are diverted to feather follicles, where new pin feathers, blood-filled and fragile, form. Nutritional deficiencies during this phase can result in faulty feathers, brittle, discolored, or uneven, impairing flight efficiency and insulation. For racing pigeons, whose aerodynamic performance is critical for races spanning 100 to 600 miles, feather quality directly impacts success. Molting also stresses the immune system, increasing vulnerability to infections and parasites. Thus, strategic care, through diet, minerals, hygiene, and digestion, is non-negotiable to ensure a swift, healthy molt. Poor molting can manifest as fret marks, stress lines on feathers, delayed feather growth, or incomplete plumage, all of which compromise a pigeon's racing potential. Young birds undergoing their first adult molt are particularly at risk as they build the foundation for future performance. Similarly, racing veterans need robust molts to recover from seasoned stressors. By providing optimal food, minerals, baths, and grit, fanciers can mitigate these risks, ensuring pigeons are primed for the next season. In competitive lofts, where early season races demand readiness, this is a costly setback. Fanciers report that pigeons on premium diets show vibrant eyes, firm muscles, and glossy feathers, markers of health that translate to faster, more resilient racers. Nutrition also influences hormonal balance. Molting is regulated by thyroid hormones, which rely on iodine and selenium. Enriched feeds prevent deficiencies that could disrupt feather shedding or growth. For racing pigeons, where feather integrity affects aerodynamics, a nutrient-dense diet ensures wings are rebuilt for optimal lift and speed, directly impacting race outcomes. Pink minerals, bridging nutritional gaps. Pink minerals, often sold as vitamineral powders, for example, Columbine pink powder, are vital during molting to supply micronutrients that grains alone lack. These pink-hued supplements, colored by iron oxides or additives, contain vitamins A, D, E, macrominerals, calcium, phosphorus, and trace elements, zinc, copper, and manganese. Their role is to support feather development, bone health, and immunity during this taxing phase. Calcium and phosphorus are heavily depleted during molt for feather structure and energy metabolism. Zinc aids keratin formation, while copper prevents anemia from blood loss in pin feathers. Vitamin D enhances calcium absorption, preventing bone weakening when nutrients are diverted to plumage. Without these, pigeons may exhibit slow molting, porous feathers, or stress behaviors like feather pecking. In breeding lofts, where molting may overlap with egg laying, pink minerals support eggshell formation, reducing strain on females. Daily supplementation, sprinkled over feed or grit, ensures consistent intake. Fanciers note brighter plumage, faster molt completion, and reduced disease incidence in supplemented birds, attributed to antioxidants like vitamin E that combat metabolic stress. For racers, pink minerals accelerate recovery from racing stressors, such as dehydration, exertion, ensuring efficient nutrient use. Iodine supports thyroid function, preventing molt shock, sudden feather loss from stress. For young pigeons, these minerals foster robust first molts, critical for long-term vitality. In essence, pink minerals are a lifeline, addressing deficiencies that could derail a competitive season. Black minerals, detox and structural support. Black minerals, such as Kilpatrick's black minerals, complement pink minerals with ingredients like charcoal, iron, sulfur, iodine, magnesium, and calcium. The charcoal component, giving the black hue, acts as a natural detoxifier, binding toxins in the gut. This is crucial during molting, when increased feed intake heightens the risk of digestive imbalances like crop sourness or diarrhea. Sulfur supports keratin formation, enhancing feather durability, while iron mitigates anemia from blood loss in pin feathers. Iodine regulates metabolism, speeding molt progression, and magnesium reduces stress, calming restless birds. Manganese strengthens feather quills, improving pigmentation and resilience. Without black minerals, pigeons may face nutrient malabsorption or gut issues, slowing feather growth and increasing disease risk. For racers, black minerals are a game changer. Post-race stressors, for example, toxin buildup from exertion, are neutralized by charcoal, allowing focus on renewal. Provided in pots or mixed with grit, they encourage natural pecking, reducing stress-induced behaviors. In breeding lofts, they support parental health, indirectly benefiting nestlings. Their holistic benefits, detox, digestion, and structural support make them indispensable for maintaining racing condition during molt. 2 baths a week, hygiene and comfort. Bathing twice weekly is a simple yet essential practice during molting. Pigeons naturally bathe to maintain feather condition, but this becomes critical when shedding old feathers and growing new ones. Baths remove dust, dander, and feather sheaths, preventing follicle blockages that hinder growth. Water softens pin feathers' waxy coatings, easing emergence and reducing irritation, which can otherwise lead to overpreening and damaged plumage. Hygiene is paramount, as molting debris attracts parasites like mites or lice. Adding Epsom salts or apple cider vinegar to bathwater deters ectoparasites and soothes skin. Baths stimulate preen gland oil production, waterproofing feathers for better insulation and flight efficiency. Twice weekly balances benefits without overwetting, which could chill birds in cooler climates. In hot weather, baths cool pigeons. In cold, shallow water suffices. For racers, clean feathers optimize aerodynamics, while reduced stress from bathing promotes faster nolting. Fanciers observe perkier behavior and less feather plucking post-bath, indicating comfort. Neglecting baths risks infections or prolonged irritation, delaying racing readiness. Baths thus enhance welfare, directly supporting physical regeneration. Pigeon grit, the digestive powerhouse. Pigeon grit, a blend of insoluble stones, granite and flint, and soluble minerals, oyster shell and limestone, is critical for digestion, especially during molt. Pigeons rely on gizzard grit to grind seeds, releasing nutrients for absorption. During molt, increased feed intake demands efficient digestion to fuel feather synthesis. Soluble grit provides calcium and phosphorus, supporting feather and bone health. Without grit, pigeons risk impaction or malnutrition, stalling molt. Premium grit, free from contaminants, ensures optimal nutrient extraction. For racers, grit prevents gut issues like bloat, maintaining health post-race. It also fosters natural pecking, reducing stress-induced behaviors. Conclusion. In conclusion, the molt is a critical juncture for racing pigeons, where premium food fuels feather growth, pink minerals supply micronutrients, black minerals aid detox and structure, baths ensure hygiene, and grit optimizes digestion. These practices minimize molt duration, reduce health risks, and produce robust plumage for racing excellence. By investing in this regimen, fanciers ensure their birds emerge as stronger athletes, ready to dominate the skies. Neglecting any element risks compromised performance, underscoring the importance of holistic care during this transformative phase.
Get my main racing system, just email me direct. I'm an experienced ex-pigeon racer from England, and I can offer valuable insights and guidance on all aspects of pigeon racing, from breeding to racing. During my racing days, I managed a small team of no more than 70 pigeons, including stock, young birds, and old birds. It was not uncommon for me to send as few as 6 birds to a race and still secure the top 3 positions out of up to 2,500 pigeons in my club and federation. My race distances typically ranged up to 300 miles, and I consistently achieved top 5 placements in my club. My expertise extends to the art of selecting excellent breeders, including evaluating pigeons based on their eye-sign characteristics. I firmly believe that true champions can only be bred from top-quality stock, and I can guide you in identifying and acquiring such pigeons. I understand that many pigeons for sale are advertised based on their lineage or pedigree, but I emphasize the importance of assessing the bird itself rather than relying solely on paperwork. As part of my offer, I invite you to share photos of your pigeons, including their eye-sign and wing characteristics. I'll provide you with free advice on racing and breeding based on my extensive experience and knowledge. Additionally, I will share auction links to high-quality breeding birds that have the potential to produce winners in your loft. Here's what you can expect to receive from me. A comprehensive Word document containing valuable insights and strategies for successful pigeon racing, including specific racing methods for both old and young birds, as well as general advice. Private YouTube videos sent to your email, covering various aspects of pigeon racing, from breeding to race preparation. Detailed recommendations on supplements and additives to add to your pigeon's drinking water, with scientific evidence supporting their effectiveness. Similar products are used by professional athletes and racehorses to enhance performance. Assurance that your pigeons will race home faster, provided that you have quality birds to begin with.